He was eventually deported back to Jamaica in 2002, where it's unknown whether he cleaned up his act, but the fact he was beaten to death by a few family members just 4 years later.
By family members? Hey, woo, ain't playing games, no, no. What's my name? Said, what's my name?
ShakaShine.
Okay.
ShakaShine.
What's goody, fam? I'm coming back at it with another reaction on ShakaShine Reacts. Today, we're doing a little bit of Mike Tyson, and this Tyson world record will never be forgotten. This should be interesting. Also, if this is your first time seeing one of my sports reactions, make sure you check out the playlist. Besides that, let's get straight into the reaction. Tyson is just a beast. Come on. Man, okay, hey, let me know if you want me to make a Tyson playlist, because I think that we might just start doing a little bit more Mike Tyson videos alone. So let me know, put it in the comments, and I'll make sure I get on it if I get enough comments about making their own playlist for Mike Tyson. All right, gotta give credit when credit's due. You know me, you know I'm about that on this channel for sure. Boxing Legends TV production. You gotta give credit when credit's due. I will also have the link to this video in the description if you want to check it out. Make sure you go and show them some love. Maybe hit that subscribe if you can.
Welcome back to the Big Fight Recap here on BLTV Classic.
Right.
If you've been following the series so far, you'll know that we've been moving through Tyson's career chronologically from his date.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay. We got to go back, y'all. We got to go back, and I'll make sure I do it in order. Just got to let me know. Put it in the comments.
You fight to the journeymen onto the contenders, where today we progress to the point of no return. World Championship Boxing.
I get goosebumps. On the line, the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world.
At 20 years of age, Tyson was the youngest challenger for the heavyweight title in the history.
At 20 years, man, come on now. At 20 years old, he'd be looking like a beast. Come on.
Sport. Still, overcoming a big, strong, rough and ready Trevor Berbick, who was in his prime, experienced at world level, and 12 years Tyson Sr., on paper, was unquestionably the most demanding challenge Iron Mike had faced so far.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Let's go. Day of reckoning. Let's do it.
And
before we get into that, I gotta let y'all know, people keep asking me, how do you skip the line for these requests? All you gotta do is hit me with a donation. Links right underneath the like button, and I'll make sure I get your reaction out in under 72 hours. Well, 72 hours or under. So that's how you do it.
18-year-old Mike Tyson turned.
Let me take this back a little bit.
An 18-year-old Mike Tyson turned pro in March 1985. 10 months and 11 fights later, his trainer and mentor Cus D'Amato passed away. 3 months after that, the then 19-year-old Dynamo started taking on respectable gatekeepers in the heavyweight division.
Again, the craziest part is, what is the age difference between him and his components at this point? If y'all know, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm sure we'll know if we keep on going through these Tyson videos.
The thing that separated Tyson's hype from the average promising prospect was how he dealt with escalated talent.
You mean knocking them out? Because he has breaks on the end of his wrists? Like, come on now.
Look at here, just laughing at him.
And he's just too quick to even handle? Come on. Mike Tyson was just in a league of his own at this point.
As bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look.
So I wanted to hit him in the nose one more time so that bone could have went up in his brain.
Come on.
Pound weight advantage. Again. Who's the last guy to stop? It's an important.
Hold on, let me take that back. This dude, Mike Tyson, was different, y'all. Mike Tyson was different.
3-pound weight advantage. Again. Who's the last guy to stop?
All right, and also, who do y'all think is anywhere close to Mike Tyson's level in today's boxing? Let me know. Put it in the comments. And I'm not talking about record. I'm talking about intensity. I'm talking about entertaining. So let me know. Put it in the comments.
Learning experience for Mike Tyson. He's going to have to be able to handle.
Run-of-the-mill journeymen like Mike Jamison, for example, put up a better fight than proven contenders such as Jesse Ferguson, just as Larry Sims posed a more attacking threat than the likes of Mitch Blood Green.
I fight any man alive,
Straight up. Knocked out his mouthpiece. Let's go.
and I feel I could beat anyone in the world.
Every size, shape, and stature was dealt with in the same dominant fashion. In other words, Tyson's skill set transcended the competition.
Pro fighter.
Exactly. People just couldn't handle him. He was in a league of his own at this point.
Massive to pinpoint. My shots are so accurate and so precise.
Much was the same once Tyson took on the top contenders, as Jose Rebalta took a life-altering beating for 10 rounds, right after Marvis Frazier was turned into 200 pounds of pancake.
Come on. If you guys didn't see my reaction to that, make sure you check out the playlist because it was a good one.
Batter inside 30 seconds.
It was a fight. I thought deep in my heart I was going to stop him in the first round.
It usually takes a fighter, especially a young fighter, a few years of experience before they reach their peak. But in Mike's case, he appeared to be the finished article before he ever stepped foot in the squared circle.
Exactly. Like I've been saying. Exactly. Just leagues, years, maybe decades ahead of his time. Come on.
Do this. Well, as soon as I get in the ring, it's a whole different story. I'm the killer then.
By August of '86, just 18 months into his fighting career, Tyson was the flag bearer for the most prized weight category in the sport.
Yeah.
He had money, fame, and endorsements coming out of his rear end. But without a championship belt around his waist, his true legacy as a boxing great hadn't even answered the bell for the first round.
But HBO has announced just a couple of hours ago that we will air a series of heavyweight championship fights that will lead to the unification.
Man, HBO, can we just say that HBO has been around for too long, making too much money? Don't get me wrong, I like watching their shows and stuff, but come on now.
Of the heavyweight championship, basically for the first time since Muhammad Ali.
It was at this point, Don King Promotions and HBO teamed up to eliminate the Deadwood from the rankings, launching the now fan favorite Unification series, which saw all the major title holders and top contenders from each governing body battle it out in a knockout-style tournament that would see one fighter crowned as the undisputed champ within a short time span of only 18 months.
Of course he did.
The Jamaican brawler Trevor Berbick kicked off the tournament in March 1986 with a well-executed win over Pinklin Thomas to win the WBC title. 3 weeks later, Larry Holmes duked it out with Michael Spinks for the second time, where once again the former light heavyweight champion was fortunate to gain the judges' favor with a split decision victory to retain his ID.
Man, okay. First of all, boxing is not easy. Let me just start with that. And at this level, it's ridiculous. So I've done a little bit of boxing in my time, but and so I know a little bit of the work you need to put in, and just thinking about how much that they had to get to that point is ridiculous. So this is insane.
BF title. Terrible Tim Witherspoon was the first fighter to bag a knockout in the tourney, beating Frank Bruno into submission after 11 rounds of back and forth.
He just hammer fisting him. Let me take that back. Hold on. Homie was just hammer fisting.
Was the first fighter to bag a knockout in the tourney, beating Frank Bruno into submission after.
Come on now, that's messed up. Also, if you want to see more of these, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that comment button, and let me know what else you want to see, and I'll make sure I get to it.
11 rounds of back and forth action. After the champions were established, it was time for the qualifying contenders to get their shot.
All right.
Stephen Tankstead, Bone Crusher Smith, Tony Tucker, Buster Douglas, and Iron Mike Tyson were the fighters that entered the fray.
All right.
Tankstead was the weakest link, and that was shown in the opening fight of the quarterfinals, as his spirited effort was overcome by the class of Michael Spinks inside the opening 4 rounds.
Knees just wobbling. Dang, that's messed up.
Next up was the big one, as the newly crowned WBC champion, Trevor Berbick, put his title on the line against the youngest and most anticipated.
You shouldn't have done that, but we'll see what happens. Let's go.
Entrant to the series, Iron Mike Tyson.
Well, Mike Tyson is with us now live from Los Angeles. Mike Tyson has every reason to be confident. Mike?
Man, the resolution on this. Come on now.
Is there any way in your mind that you can see you losing this fight?
No way. Perhaps if I chop off both of my arms.
This dude. Maybe if I chop off both of my arms, I might lose.
Really going after the knockout now. Big left hook, big right hand by Berbick. Berbick really working for the knockout here.
Trevor Berbick's road to the title was the opposite of Tyson's. He was a low-skilled brawler, an aggressive inside fighter that had to overcome the odds on numerous occasions before the wider boxing community took him seriously. Larry Holmes seemingly plucked Berbick.
So pretty much he had to definitely earn his position. So, hey, do his thing. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Tyson did as well, but I felt like when you have more failures, then it's kind of a little bit more respectable, because that means you had to keep picking yourself up and keep going. You know what I mean? But at the same time, Tyson might have just won because he was just that much prepared every single time. I got a lot of respect for that as well. So let's go.
Out of nowhere during one of his routine Bum of the Month title defenses. Yet the Jamaican showed himself to be durable and capable of fighting at top level, pushing the Easton Assassin the full 15-round limit.
I have so many people to beat, not just Berbick.
Berbick participated in the drama in the Bahamas soon after the Holmes defeat, where this time he overcame the legendary Muhammad.
Okay, hold on. Let me take this back.
In the drama in the Bahamas soon after the Holmes defeat, where this time he overcame the legendary Muhammad Ali in the Lips final.
Man, I'm sorry for the audio skips. I'll take it back one more time.
The Holmes defeat, where this time he overcame the legendary Muhammad Ali in the Louisville Lips final career bout. The entire event left a sour taste in the mouth of sports fans around the globe.
Okay, yeah, we definitely gotta watch that. If you want to see me do a reaction to that fight, let's get this video to about 120 likes in the first week, and I'll make sure I'll do it the next day. So make sure you get on it. Let's go.
Ali was at his most vulnerable, in need of money but physically incapable of competing at high level due to his crippling Parkinson-like condition.
Then that's not it. Dang, that's kind of messed up, actually.
Berbick threw the kitchen sink at the all-time great, particularly in the closing rounds, which didn't exactly help build a positive image for the rising contender. Instead,
yeah, I get it, but at the same time, if you sign up for a fight, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. You don't need to go too much unnecessary stuff, but this is the sport of boxing. So if you sign up to fight, you can't sit there and expect homie to hold back. Like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So,
leaving a large group of fans.
But at the same time, no one wants to see a great fall. Actually, I guess some people might, but like, their fans definitely don't.
Eagerly anticipating his comeuppance. Berbick went on to beat the popularizing Ali clone Greg Page in the coming months, proving once more that his endurance and aggression can negate the skill gap between himself and the array of uber-talented contenders at the time. David Bay, Mitch Blood Green, and Pinklin Thomas were the other notable fighters Berbick beat on his way to securing the WBC title. By this time, his reputation was that of a fearsome, muscle-bound aggressor with the ability to drag superior boxers into dogfights that suited his style.
I used my horn. You see what mine did? Mine bust him up, didn't it?
You let him know, G. You let him know.
Oh, I got some power on my left.
Tyson looked set to be his most formidable challenge, yet the same emphasis was felt on Iron Mike's side, with even more elevated pressure due to Berbick being far and beyond his toughest test on paper in the professional ring.
This will be the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World.
On November 22nd, 1986, Tyson became the youngest ever challenger for the heavyweight title at just 20 years of age. The reigning champion, Trevor Berbick, entered the ring in the best condition the boxing world has ever seen.
Yeah, see, at least homie was prepared. He was like, nah, I know Tyson. Like, we got to do what we got to do. He probably came as 100%, maybe 130%. You know what I'm saying? He gave it his all, but let's go.
Once Mills Lane delivered the fight instructions, the two were ready for battle.
His whole life has been for this night, but Trevor wants to prove that he's one of the great champions. Let's see how long his reign lasts. Mike Tyson kind of feeling him out here, but he goes with that right-hand lead right away. Standing toe-to-toe is not the...
Come on, the power Tyson got. Nothing to play with.
If he doesn't pump that jab in the face, Tyson will come right through him. Tyson with the left, bounces it off the forehead of Trevor.
And that's another thing. People be thinking about Tyson's right, but they don't understand that left, though. That left hits.
Trevor tries to work underneath. Tyson will have no part of it. Notice the movement of the head of Mike Tyson as he takes a light left jab. Tyson will be able to get underneath it. Oh, wow! With a right, another
See, this dude, he just too much of them hammer throws. That's just Tyson's too controlled and too dilate, like too on point. You know what I'm saying? To be missing like that and to be acting like that. I think that Tyson might win this, but we'll see.
Trevor, with this bravado, could get.
Well, actually, I feel like I'm 80% to 90% sure Tyson's about to win this because from what we've been seeing lately, he's too dialed in. It is just what it is.
Some big trouble in a hurry. Berbick is standing directly in front of him. That is, a left hook that's really caught him. But this is a poor fight plan. On the right hand, gets him.
Dang, he's
behind the left ear. Berbick tries to push him up. Not the way to keep him up. Notice the lazy left. Watch Tyson load up with left and right. And what just in round one.
Hey, he looks confused. He don't know what's happening right now.
Tyson clips him with a right left that time.
He thought that he prepared hard enough. Let's see it.
Soon as, a right hand, but the left hook right there. Notice Tyson throws him in 2s and 3s. Trevor is getting lazy with the left hand. Clips him with the left hand. Put in, combination, and Berbick ready to go.
Stumbling. Woo. And now that you've shown that you're a little bit dazed and confused and weak, watch this. Tyson's about to go on the offense like no other. He's about to get it now. Watch.
He stays on his feet. Another right hand clips him. He can't take shots like this very long. Wow, with a right hand.
That's what I'm saying. See? Now Tyson's about to start hitting you with them real hammers because he knows. He knows.
Again, he's gone. Catches him with a hook. Trevor's ready to go again.
Get him. He has like maybe 3 to 4 more good hits. I don't only think 4. Maybe 3 more just good hits. It's over. It's over.
Knows that he can score at will now. Berbick doing nothing like he did against Bigland Thomas. Fighting in the wrong position. Not using the jab.
Oh, I think that bell kind of saved him, to be honest. Hey, what y'all think? Put it in the comments. Let me know. Again, I know a little bit about boxing, but I got it out real quick. So if y'all don't think so, let me know. Give me your insights. I'd love to hear your guys' perspective every single time. Let's go.
Tyson started perfectly, beating Berbick at his own game on the inside, timing his power punches, asserting his dominance in what was always going to be an explosive, phone booth-style fight. Berbick ended the first with a smirky taunt to suggest he wasn't hurt, but Tyson trainer Kevin Rooney knew it was a facade, as he
Because homie done, your legs are already shaky. They wobbling, G. Like, unless you fake that wobble, but come on now. We all know you didn't. We all know you didn't.
Instructed his man to go and finish the job as quickly as
Tyson
possible.
already off his stool is Trevor Berbick. This is round 2. The WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Trevor Berbick and Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away, and he gets right.
What'd I say? 3 actually good hits? It's over. I even tried to give it 4. I even tried to, but I had a feeling. Again, maybe because those are cinder blocks on the end of his wrist. Maybe.
And he's done!
A beautiful overhand right set Berbick up for the first knockdown of the fight inside 10 seconds. The Jamaican made it back to his feet, but
yeah, he ain't playing. He's like, nah.
Shot to his equilibrium left him off balance and powerless to Tyson's ruthless attacks.
Come on, man. You know, I mean, unless you could just sneak it with one, don't get me wrong. It's happened before, but ooh.
Here comes Tyson again. He knows he can hurt him anytime. Left hook, right hand, holding off Mike with a left.
I feel like it's an uppercut. Give me a guess right now. How do you think that this ends? Let me know right now. Don't be cheating. I think it's an uppercut. I think he might hit him with the right uppercut, and it's over. But we'll see.
And you see, instead he goes the body downstairs, catches him with the right hand. Look at these shots. Bangs the body. Let's go. That uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a right left hook. And he goes.
Wait. Hold on.
Shots. Bangs the body. Wow. That uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a right left hook.
Okay, it was the left hook, but number 1, I will have to say, like I said, people think it's the right, but that left hooker, that left from Tyson, you got to be careful.
And he goes down. He goes down. He should be able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. They are.
Dang, got him.
As Trevor Berbick falls back in the ropes, I don't know if he's going to be able to get down.
Nah, he can't. Dang. See, again, though, hey, no disrespect, because, hey, just staying in the ring with Tyson at all, homie did better than I'm pretty sure I'm going to be capable of. You know what I mean?
After numerous flush power punches, it was a simple grazing blow that sent Berbick down and eventually out for the count as he stumbled across the ring, trying to desperately regain his...
And why they got to keep... they replayed this 800,000 times. And you know that every single time he's seen it, it's just another shot to his ego. To his soul, to his pride.
Composure. Tyson had done it. He broke a 30-year-old record set by another custom auto-trained fighter in Floyd Patterson by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a record that is still set in stone to this day.
Well, again, like I said, Tyson is probably decades ahead of his time. Like, come on.
The moment I waited for all my life since I started the game of boxing, because my trainer, Kevin Rooney, and I want to get in here. We sacrificed so much and we put in so much, and I just knew we couldn't fail. I refused to get hurt. I refused to get knocked down. I refused to lose. There's no way in the world I was going to go out this ring walking. I had to be carried out. I had to be dead. There's no way I was going to leave this ring alive.
I bet he was really about it too, see? But again, I don't think it's just Tyson's drive. Like, don't get me wrong. His drive had a lot to do with it. His drive, his heart, and everything. But on top of that, I feel like he's just naturally more of an animal. He was just killing it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
coming to destroy and win the heavyweight championship of the world, which I've done. And I like to dedicate my fight to my great guardian, Custom Auto. And I'm sure he's up there and he's looking and he's talking to all the great fighters and saying his boy did it. And smiling.
That's what's up. Gotta love the respect on that.
That's right.
It was reported that Tyson was so overjoyed by his achievements that he just posed in front of a mirror with his new belt for hours after the fight.
I mean, come on. He's been working for that for actually, for a bit. And it's just been working, so I would be on the same thing.
Custom Auto predicted his man would be the youngest heavyweight champ, and there he was, moments after his supposed toughest test, without a mark on his face and a belt around his waist.
He said without a mark on his face.
He did his old master proud.
Let's go.
Trevor Berbick is a mysterious, eccentric character.
After the Tyson fight, Berbick maintained a steady career as a gatekeeper in the heavyweight division. He never...
Well, yeah, that just shows how tough Tyson is, because if the other dude still has the gate locked down, and the only person that passed it was Tyson for a while. Come on now.
Worked his way back to title contention, but that was likely due to his private life taking a dark U-turn after losing his title.
And I don't know what went down, but my experience with Mr. Trevor Berbick and people, he was kind of like a bully, tough guy. So you gotta be careful. You're a fighter and you're a tough guy. The odds of you living long is just not good.
Yeah.
During his early career, Berbick was an ordained minister of a popular church in Las Vegas, a self-proclaimed warrior of the cross. He visited prisons and schools preaching honor and discipline in the name of God.
I mean, hey, at least he spent his time helping people. Again, I have nothing but respect for that.
He felt his stature as a top heavyweight gave him purpose and incentive to better the lives of those around him. Yet, once his star power faded, he began racking up a long list of convictions ranging from assault with a deadly weapon to sexual misconduct with his family babysitter.
Dang.
God don't like
That's
ugly. And he was ugly. He beat anybody. He beat his daughter. Let me forget about that guy.
Berbick was in it.
Oh, we might need to learn more about him. If y'all want to know more about him or want me to do some more reactions about that, let me know. Put it in the comments, because that would be a good one.
Out of the correctional system while seeing out the remainder of his diminishing boxing career. He was eventually deported back to Jamaica in 2002, where it's unknown whether he cleaned up his act, but the fact he was beaten to death by a few family members just 4 years.
By family members? Hold on.
Where it's unknown whether he cleaned up his act, but the fact he was beaten to death by a few family members just 4 years later suggests he was still involved in criminal activity one way or another.
I heard the story.
Dang. Sad. That's sad.
It was some kind of beef over property, I believe.
Berbick passed away in 2006 after succumbing to a vicious assault committed by his nephew Harold, who was armed with a crowbar and fatally attacked his uncle in what has been reported as a dispute over land. His nephew was convicted a year later and sentenced to life without parole in Portland Prison, Jamaica. Berbick had committed a lot of wrongs in the world, but you'd have to imagine the consequences of boxing had taken their toll on his ability to function in
Man, talk about burying the lead. Come on now.
everyday life.